What's up, everybody? It is your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your granddaddy, and your favorite cousin on your daddy's side, Jay Pleasant. And oh my God, it has been a minute since I said that out loud. Oh my God, I'm surprised I remember it. But listen, I know it's been a minute, but we gonna jump back into it, okay? I got more content for y'all. I'm ready. If you ready, if you don't know me, how you doing? Nice to meet you. My name is Jay Pleasant. I'm so glad that you're here. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell to get notified for more beautiful videos just like this one and to see this beautiful face. So listen, today we are going to be getting into my top 10 albums of 2024. If you follow me on social media, you would know that I posted my pleasant picks of 2024. Basically, I made a playlist of 100 songs. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out right now. Stop what you're doing. Hit the link. Go to Spotify. It's only available on Spotify. I'm sorry. But go ahead and go to Spotify. Check out my songs that I put in my playlist. And I just, I listed, some songs that were heavy hitters for me in 2024. Some of them are old. Some of them are new. Some of them are a little bit in between. But all of them are vibes. Okay? All of them are vibes. All of them are vibes, honey. So go ahead and check that out. You don't want to miss it. But today we are getting into my pleasant essentials. Okay? These are my top 10 essential albums that really hit in 2024. All of them drop in 2024. I am listing them in a specific order, starting from 10 going to 1. 1 being the one who has the crown, honey. Okay?
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever.
But listen, let's go ahead and get into it. Again, if you haven't already, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into what my pleasant essentials are, honey.
I feel so good. So good. G-O-W-D. G-O-W-D. Good.
All right, so starting off at number 10, we have Icebreaker by Kimani Jackson. Now, this album feels like you just stepped into a whole nother universe, okay? Very cool, very eccentric, very crisp, very hypnotic. Kimani did what he was supposed to do. If you are a family of the channel, if you're familiar with the channel, you already know that I interviewed Kimani and I talked to him about this album and I already gave him his accolades of this album. But to do it again, because I know my friend is watching, hey Kimani, listen, this album was amazing. This album was a 10 out of 10. This album was a great introductory album to the industry. It was a great way to say, I'm here, bitch. And I'm not going nowhere, okay? It covered so many genres. It did so many things. It really scratched my musical ear. Hello. And it really gives, it's very powerful, but it's also very soft at the same time. And it really just meets you in the middle. So, Kimani takes the spot for number 10. All right, so at number 9, we have Yakul. They really came through with this album. It was their last album as a group. Can we just take a moment of silence for that? Oh.
Grandma not mad. Grandma just hurt. I'm hurt. I am hurt. I am hurt. I am hurting.
My God. It was their last album as a group, so it's a kind of bittersweet moment. But if you know me, you know I love Yakul. Again, if you're a family, if you're familiar, if you love the channel like I do, you know that I had a sit down with James Berkeely. I believe I'm still saying it right. And I talked to him about Yakul, talked to him about this upcoming project that he released, and it was everything. Gravity Pulls You Home. Now, this joint is soulful in a way. It really hits your spirit. It's really giving, modern jazz meets R&B with harmonies that makes you close your eyes and just feel. Okay? Ha! Yes, God. The instrumentals are warm and rich. It's like sunlight streaming through that window while you smoking that cigarette, but you really smoking that. Okay, honey, Yakul really pulled off their big one with this one, and I'm very proud of them. I'm very excited for James' future, as well as all the other members of the band. So yes, Yakul takes the cake with number 9. All right, so number 8, This is where the girls are like, this is where we test the girls' musical ear for real. Because number 8 is Submerged by Jerome Thomas. Now you may be asking, who is Jerome Thomas? Who is that? I'm sorry. Also Pitch 92. Pitch 92 produced it. Amazing job, by the way. Amazing job, by the way. But you may be asking, who is Jerome Thomas? Who is Pitch 92? What is a Submerge? I'm here to tell you, this project is something serious, honey, okay? The production feels like you're floating underwater. It feels soft. It feels wavy. It has real depth into it, okay? And Jerome, hey friend, I know you watching. You know, we follow each other on Twitter. We communicated once or twice. I already said that once I get the funds to go where you at, baby, I'm going where you at, and we are meeting each other in person. But Jerome, the vocals, you know, Jerome has a very Maxwell-y D'Angelo vibe about his voice, and it's so amazing. It's so good. It's so amazing. It's so good. It's tea. His voice really swims through, pun intended, the beat. It's very smooth, very effortless. The album altogether, though, it's really for the people who, you know, want to find some good new music and don't know where to go. Jerome Thomas and Pitch 92. Submerge. Just listen to the album. You're going to be like, oh. Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. All right, so going into number 7, we have Duran Bernard with En Route. Listen, Duran is in a lane of his own, as we all know. He is super creative, super funny, super good. You can tell that it's very authentic. You can tell that it's very pure and meaningful, and you can tell that he really takes his time with everything that he does, and I love that for Duran. The vocals, crazy. I feel like I shouldn't even have to say that. But however, the humor on point, and the way that he mixes his soulful moments and give us something experimental with the production, it's very genius if you ask me, for real, for real. It's really like taking a road trip where every stop is a new adventure. Pun intended. Duran really knows how to keep you guessing while keeping it soulful, and that's what I love about this album, and that's why he takes the cake for number 8. All right, so coming in at number 6, we have Eternal Sunshine by Miss Ariana Grande, or Galinda, if you will. Hey, girl. First of all, let's get into how Miss Grande was in the middle of shooting a movie, a hit movie at that. Very good. In the middle of shooting a movie, drops an album. Album goes number 1. Movie goes number 1. Grammy, Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, Emmy. Hello. Pick up, Ariana. They're calling you. This album was amazing. It really felt like a warm hug. Now, it wasn't one of those albums where it's like, oh, this is record changing. This is life changing. No, it was Ariana Grande, y'all. And I feel like with this, it's Ariana just does something. She really speaks from the soul. It's like she knows what we need when we need it, and she gave us everything plus more. Her vocals, front and clear. Production, it was like right behind her, but it wasn't too far back to where she was just in the microphone. She wasn't doing that. But it gave me everything that I needed to give. This one is really perfect when you really just need a little joy in your day, when you're feeling a little down and you want to, cheer up a little bit. Put on Miss Eternal Sunshine. That mood gonna change real quick, honey. All right. It's really. If I could describe Eternal Sunshine, it's really an emotional roller coaster, but it's such a beautiful ride. It is such a beautiful ride, and I love what you did with this, Ariana. Thank you so much for giving us this, girl, because you didn't have to do it. You said I could. You could have said I'm finna just focus on Miss Galinda, and y'all gonna get this album whenever y'all get this album. But you said, honey, I got something I need to say, and you said it, and I'm proud of you, and I thank you for that. So that's just why Miss Eternal Sunshine takes the cake for number 6. All right, to know me is to know I love me some jazz. To know me is to know that if I were to create my own album, it'll be like a jazz, hip hop, R&B, gospel fusion, right? But this next album is pure jazz, and not only is it pure jazz, but it's really just a kiss to all things good music, honestly, truly. And I am talking about Portrait by Samara Joy. This album is very timeless. It's very timeless. Samara is very timeless, okay? Her voice is pure magic, if you ask me. If we really want to talk into it, so nobody in the jazz era is really doing it like Samara at this time. And that's okay. There are voices out there that are killing the game. However, Samara, she's on a different level. She's on her own lane. She's really doing the damn thing. And at such a quick turnaround, I remember it like it was yesterday listening to this girl and be like, oh my God, y'all don't know who this bitch is. And then out of nowhere, best new artist of the year. Whoa! First of all, congratulations again, ma'am. But no, every note that she gives us is very detailed, very good. Like you can tell that even if you think that she did that on accident, no, baby, that was intentional. Like she was very intentional with this album, very intentional with the pieces that she chose for this album. Very good. The musicality. I really want y'all to listen to the second track of that album. I cannot think, the reimagination of A Lovebird. I think that's what it's called. That song right there. Woo! My God. Okay. Oh! My God. Baby, Samara did what she needed to do. Not only on that song, but the entire album. It's really jazz at its finest. It is very fresh. It is like Samara is really turning the knob to jazz, and she's really opening doors for a lot of emerging jazz artists. And I'm excited to see how jazz is going to take over the music industry very soon, because baby, oh, I'm so excited. If you don't know who Samara Joy is, I really think that you should get into her because she's very very good, very demure, very cutesy. Yeah, Samara Joy, that's her name. Portrait is an album. She's taking it for number 5, all right? Very good, top 5, very good. Speaking of things being timeless, thinking of Samara Joy being timeless, speaking of everyone being timeless, we have Timeless by Kaytranada taking it for number 4, honey. Let me breathe before I say this. Kaytranada does not miss at all. Okay, I wasn't a fan of house music until I heard about Kaytranada. Quick little backstory. Grew up, my cousins, we all have different tastes in music, for real, for real. I really feel like I'm a fusion. I'm the bridge that's holding us together, okay? However, I have this one cousin, and he loves house music down. Hey, Michael, if you're watching this. He loves house music down. He was my introduction to house music, believe it or not. And, you know, I wouldn't ask him about what he was listening to. I would just listen to it and be like, in YouTube, beat. And then from there, I discovered house music. And then I discovered Kaytranada. I didn't like house music until I heard who Kaytranada was, and I was like, oh, wait, wait a minute, this got a little. This album is amazing. It really blends house. It really blends funk. It blends a little jazz into it. It blends a little R&B, a little gospel if you got the ear for it. It's really genius if you ask me. This album is amazing. The production is amazing. Kaytranada, you did your big one. The features that you had on this album, Weird by Duran, but not with Duran. Woo! Why you gotta be there? Yes, God. It's the kind of album that you put on for anything. You can put this on to clean your house. You can put this on a drive, on I-10, on the highway. You can put this on whenever, wherever, and it's going to hit regardless. And that's what I love about Kaytranada's albums in general, because all of his albums really give me that vibe. But this one, like the title of the album says, timeless, honey, and I love to see it. All right, so we are getting into the top 3, baby, and taking it for number 3, we have none other than Willow with Miss Ceremonial Contrafect. Okay, that is the Empathogen Deluxe album. All right, first of all, Empathogen, top tier. However, this deluxe that you gave us, this couple of extra songs that you gave us, Miss Mamas, it really did everything. It really, you know that scratch that you got when you do this with your you made that nasty face when you hear something. First of all, that was a whole album, but the deluxe really gave me what I needed it to give. Okay, it was really a deep album if you ask me. It's like Willow really tapped into something emotional and raw here. The production is very edgy, it's very experimental, it's very full of texture. It's a very good album, guys. I really need y'all to go check that one out if you haven't already. Her vocals, raw. Though, if you listen to this album, that is what the fuck? That is called a raw vocal, honey. The vocal stacking, it is amazing. She's really letting you in to. It really feel like she's letting you into like one of her most vulnerable states in this album, and it's like I've listened to all of Willow's album before, but this one, it's taking the cake if you ask me. All right, so we're getting to the nitty grit. And let me take a sip before I say this one because I know this one is going to cause a little stir, specifically because of the placement to a certain crowd.
Clear your throat. Lubricate. Now read that bitch.
And I just want to say, as the head secretary for this specific fan group, you will be okay. All right? There's a reason why I put this one here and not in the first place category. You will be okay. If you haven't guessed it already, I am talking about Beyonce's Cowboy Carter for number 2. I'm sorry. It's in second place for me because the first place album, we'll get to that in a second, but it takes second place for me. Now, you already know Beyonce had to be in top 3. That was going to happen regardless. Oh, honey, I was going to do that regardless.
Oh, I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to do that anyway because that's how I am.
Beyonce had to be in top 3, okay? Cowboy Carter is really Beyonce flexing on her versatility. Once again, Beyonce didn't have to do what she did, but she did it. She's really giving us versatility. She's really giving us vulnerability. She's really giving us something that the girls were missing, especially in that genre. Ooh. Did you say that, child? I think I did. She really took country elements and she mixed it all with soul and hip hop, and she made it feel like a natural extension of who she is. And that's really what Beyonce does. Not only does she do that, but she really gives us a story. She gives us meaning. She gives us some type of history lesson behind her albums. And I love that that's what she did with this one. I've learned so much about the country world because of this album, and I thank you, Beyonce, because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't listening to country before this album, but I was listening to Cowboy Carter before the NFL Christmas Super Bowl special, whatever you want to call it, honey. And like I was saying earlier, the girls didn't listen to your album, Beyonce. The girls didn't listen to your album, and it showed when they didn't appreciate what you had to deliver during that halftime show. But I did. I loved it. I love you, and I thank you for everything that you have done for us. And I'm gonna end it on this one. Beyonce doesn't just drop music; she really drops a whole experience, and she builds worlds, and she makes movements. And if I want to be completely honest, I really feel like my number 2 spot and my number 1 spot, it's really like, you get what I'm saying? And the only reason why I put the number 1 album in the number 1 album is because I want to say it's just a little bit of a bias to me because I'm not the biggest fan of country. Yes, I love the album because it's Beyonce and it's a great album. I just didn't really get into it as much as I should have, but I know that it's a great album. I heard it multiple times. I listened to it a lot. But listen, like I said, this album was really a masterpiece in my opinion. It was really good, from the history to the music to the vocals. Beyonce, Giselle, no quarter. You did your good singing, and that's why you took the spot for number 2, girl. Very good. All right. All right. All right. All right. Because I know y'all are going to eat me up in these comments. But listen, at number 1, can I get a drum roll, please? At number 1, we have. I'm scared to say this. Hold on, let me take another sip.
Clear your throat. Lubricate. Now read that bitch.
The crown goes to Dolce with alligator bites never heal. Ooh!
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Damn, this is some scary shit.
This album was unstoppable. Dolce really came through with raw energy, sharp lyricism, fearless creativity. The beats were amazing. The concept was amazing. The album rollout, a case study. A case study. Okay? If the girls really want to know what an album rollout is, I think you need to study the way Dolce did it, okay? Because she's still doing it. And she's still doing it. And she's still doing it. Because let's get into it, baby, okay? The beats were amazing. Her flow, unpredictable. That's the word I got for that one. The flow for this entire album was very unpredictable. And the whole project just feels like a stamp, some type of statement like, bitch, I's here. Don't you really say, baby, I's here. I'm here, baby. I'm here. And I'm here. Okay? That's what she said. And y'all better pay attention. She said, I'm here, y'all better pay attention. Because I'm not going nowhere, okay? Y'all was sleeping on Dolce for a very long time. I've been a fan of Dolce for a long time. My favorite song by Dolce before the whole Alligator Bites Never Heal, my favorite song by her was Spooky Coochie. Okay, and if you know, Spooky Coochie gives the same vibes as Miss Nissan Altima. What? Wake up, get it up, wake up with the motherfucking day. Ah! And that tiny, that's Dolce. Oh, that's really what did it. I'm sorry, that's really what solidified her spot. That Tiny Desk. And it's like, I was really battling between the Tiny Desk and the NFL performance by Beyonce. That's why I say there's such good performances. Like, yes, Dolce wasn't out there with 100 people giving you a field show, but it was something about, if you know me, I love intimate, raw moments, and that's what Dolce gave me. And I think that's why she takes the cake for number 1. Like this album really pushed boundaries on rap. It really shook up the game. Like, excuse me. And I know the girls are like saying, oh, y'all giving Dolce too much hype. Y'all doing this, y'all doing that. But it's like, the girls aren't doing it like her. I'm sorry, the girls aren't doing. I feel like the only girl that comes close to what Dolce is doing is maybe Doja Cat. Maybe. And I feel like they're on 2 different lanes. I feel like Doja Cat is very pop rap. Like she's a pop girl who can rap. Doja is a pop girl who can rap. Ooh, this may be controversial. I'm sorry. Doja is a pop girl who can rap. But Dolce is a rap girl who can sell pop. Ooh, I cracked the code, I think. Let me cook. Doja is a pop girl who can rap. And Dolce is a rap girl who can sell pop. Because if she wanted to stay in her pop game, in her pop bag, she would have been eating. She was eating. But she said, oh no, y'all deserve so much better. She said, oh no, y'all deserve something different. She said, oh no, y'all deserve versatility. Something the girls aren't giving us. Something the girls aren't giving us. Versatility. 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 like I said, this is the kind of album that really pushed boundaries. This is the kind of album that really sets the tone for what's next in music, and I'm excited to see what Doechii delivers. I know she's cooking up something. She said that she's going to be dropping another album soon. You know, this one was a mixtape, so but she said she's going to be dropping an album soon, so I'm excited. This was it wasn't an easy number one for me. This was a very difficult number one for me, but it's number one. That's my list, okay? Every single one of these albums was really fire. Every single one of these albums was really tea. Every single one of these albums was really next game for me. Like, you know, as I'm like reading off this list and really like looking back over it, and you know, I spent some time listening to just these albums over the past couple of days, and all of these albums are really, really good. Like, really good. Like, and I don't want y'all to think that these rankings are like, oh my God, best to worst. No, these rankings are really just what spoke to me more. You know, like this one spoke to me more than this one, and this one spoke to me more than this one, and this one, you know, it's more so like that. So I'm not ranking it from best to worst. I'm really ranking it off of my and that is my opinion. That's my opinion. My personal opinion. Let me know in the comments what your top albums are. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my order placement. And if you haven't already, please again check out my Pleasant Picks playlist. It is provided in the description box below. And I am excited to see what the future has for us. You know, we in a relationship, y'all. We just had to go on a little separation. And that's okay. I'm back, baby. And I'm sorry. It was me. It wasn't you. It was me. It wasn't you. Okay, it was me, it wasn't you. Listen, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and please turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified for more beautiful videos just like this one. And as always, honey, I will see you in the next one.
I feel so good. I feel so good. I feel so good. I feel